and you see positivity, you'll like it. If you don't, you won't. Plain and simple, right? If you see the numbers moving and the pendulum moving and looking good, you know you're caught up. So I'm going to use a couple agents as examples. I'm going to use both Commissions Inc. Sync and I'm going to use KB Core. But as we start Monday, we've got to make sure we're tracking things starting today, right? Got to make sure we're tracking it. So let's start right here. Make it easy for you. Let's go. All right. So this is Commissions Inc. Right. So if you're using Commissions Inc., if you're taking leads from the brokerage or from the teams, you're using Commissions Inc. because we require that for the leads. But here's the fun part. If you're using it right, you'll start seeing some trends on those leads. Now, everything's leads. You have SOI, you have all that. Here, this shows the top cities, the top lead sources. This is great right off the top. All right. Now, this is the California one. This isn't the Idaho. Idaho one might look a little bit different. Let me make sure I don't have a few more people jumping in. Give me 1 second. Keep getting people jumping in a little late. All right. There, everyone's in. Okay. I can jump in here and grab Idaho's to show you how Idaho's is looking. And it should look very similar. It just might look a little different because we might have different lead sources. But as we jump into the broker metrics here, we see that we've got top lead sources. Look at all these different cities, areas. And then we have, those are our cities. These are our lead sources. And so these metrics will automatically be created if you're using your CRM the way it's supposed to be used. If you're not, they're going to be all screwed up and all over the place. Hate to say it, but your CRM must match what you're doing each day. I talked to an agent this morning where I'm going to shout him out because I'm going to use his bold trail because he's killing it. And he said specifically, he said, I use my bold trail just as much, if not more, than I use my social media. And he's huge on social media. Eduardo Torres. Blanca, you know him. He's killing it on social media. He's doing great with his videos. He says he's in his CRM as much as he is on social media, if not more, which you should be more, really, because you should be in it every single day. In order to get your metrics to work right, though, you've got to specifically change things. You've got to change you got to move people through the pipeline. You've got to literally get them to move right. Let's get over here and look at activity. So I'm going to give a shout out to Hugo because he's using it like mad. And you can see his calls he's making. And this is in the last 30 days. If I go as of yesterday, which I think he's off yesterday and today. But look at that. As of yesterday, he had 4 new leads popped in and 1 email that came through. But if I do the last 7 days, let's look at Hugo. 17 leads came through, 550 dials, outbound dials he made. Check that out. 550 notes. So the notes are matching the dials, which should happen. It should happen each and every day this week. Your dials should match your notes in your CRM. Outbound emails. And then response time, 102 minutes, but that's because he's using other sources to respond, not always going through the CRM. But if you were always going through the CRM, the dial, and to send emails out and to send text messages and everything's going to the CRM, you'll see that number drop quite a bit. Karen Brown, 3 leads, 4 calls, 4 notes. Way to go, Karen Brown. She's killing it. Good job. 2 emails, response time 0. She's using her cell phone. Ashley down here. Way to go, Ashley. 4. You got 1 call, 1 note, email that went out. So it's matching. But you see what high level looks like? That's a ISA. See what high level looks like when you're making a lot of dials? And that's in the last 7 days. 7 days. Let's go over into California. We're going to drop down here and I'm going to look at very similar stats. I'm going to go over to last 7 days. This is in California. Yanette is doing a great job. 2 leads, no notes there taken, but look at down here. We have several different, in the last 7 days, several different people that have been in there. New leads have come through, new leads going out. Not seeing the notes. Well, wait, that's a different category. Why is it categorized different? Appointment set. Huh, this one's set up a little bit different than the other one. So obviously, um, enough to see how I can change that up to make it look a little different. But as you can see, there's so much you can do, but look at the metrics. My goodness, we have all these different lead sources. It shows where we're getting the majority of our leads and how they're coming through. Now I'm going to give a shout out to Eduardo Torres. The way Eduardo's using his Bold Trail, and by the way, if you're in the brokerage Homes of Idaho or Legacy Real Estate, you get this for free until you close a deal. Then once you close a deal and you pay a transaction fee, that helps pay for the software. So finally paid it back. So you're using it for free in the beginning. That's great. You get to use it until you close a deal, and then you're paying for it out of your closings off of a transaction fee. But this is the vitals, and I love that I can just hover over it, not even clicking anything, just hovering over it. It says that if I have 0 to 60%, I'm poor. 61 to 79, I'm doing okay, and 80 to 100%, I'm killing it. This is Eduardo Torres. Look at him, guys. He's at 97%. I mean, that's what you want to see. That means you're in there every day, you're working the system's working for you, and it's putting you to work each day. So it shows right here, he doesn't need anyone, he doesn't need to contact anyone. He's caught up on his contacts. He does have 3 people that are waiting responses right now. So that's in the red, meaning he needs to, that's what's causing him to go down a little bit, is that he's 3 in there. Anyway, 17 past due tasks. So he has some tasks he needs to catch up on. He doesn't have any campaigns running, so he could do a lot better running some campaigns. Oh, not on campaigns. So he is 0. So everybody's on a campaign. So he's doing well. 100%, 90% campaign, recommended campaigns. So yeah, doing really well. Active on websites and need contacts. He's got 16 active on the website right now. Contacts attempted 16. So when he's on there, he's calling them. He's not wasting time. He's calling them right away when they're active on his website. And that's why he's having the conversions he's having. You got to be able to work the system. Okay, not on any automated listing alerts. So he has, let's see, on market report rate recommended 86%, 90%. So he's doing really well down here. That's actually happening for him. So that's good. As you're moving through this, guys, and you're using your system the way it's supposed to be used, you're going to see some really fun things happen. Oh, look at this. I can change this one down to 7. So in the last 7 days, it's changed quite a bit. That changes. So he's down to 2, 17 still there. So yeah, got a little bit of work to do there, but look how it dropped a little bit in the last 7 days. So in the last 7 days, he hasn't done as good, but overall in the last 30 days, he's done really well. Way to go, Eduardo. I'm just like pumped to see that this is in the green, in the green. And I did talk to him this morning and told him I was going to be giving him a shout out because he's doing so good using the CRM. That's week to date. Last 14 days, he's at 87, 82%. Month, he's at 96%. Past 30 days, 97%. And I can actually do a custom here. So let's see how he's done so far this year. And he told me I could do this. So I'm not just doing something without asking his permission. Okay. And we're going to make it as of today. Okay, that works. All right. Did that work? Yeah, change it to 95%. So far this year, year to date, actually that didn't work right, did it? Let's change that. So we're going to go January 1st. Maybe not. I thought maybe I could just click it and it would go. Select date range must be at least 2 days apart. Maybe I just change it from 1. Oh, it automatically switched back. I don't know. Something to play with and learn a little more about. I was hoping I could see like year to date. But guys, this is the most important part of your business is using a system and letting a system put you to work each day. Spending 1 to 5 hours. If you got nothing under contract, you got 8 hours to work. And using the system, keeping things up to date, adding new notes, changing things up. These will change. It'll constantly change. The engagements will change. A little low on engagements. Pipeline. There's his pipeline, 672 people in there. He's doing well. And this is a great little graph, shows Facebook is where he's getting a lot of his leads. Lead 360 he's using. He's got that going like mad. And sign calls, he's got that going. So looks like Lead 360 is one of his biggest ones. What is Lead 360? That's in here. So he's using this system to do a uh, some sort of marketing so that he can get more people. So he's doing really well with that. Vitals are great. Getting in your system, using your system, you should be able to see it move like this. Let's get in here and jump into some contacts. So let's see. All right. We're going to jump in here. Let's just click this first one. Well, this wasn't the first one. This is down a ways. Waiting response, received a text message, just curious about a cabin over there. So she's waiting for a response. It's 2 days old. So need to get in here and respond to this one. Okay, good. You got texts, you got calls, you got emails, you got more, you got tasks and notes. So if you're putting in there, you're leaving a note, it's going to show you got a phone call that came in and you left a note right away. It wants you to leave a note and it wants you to add a task. And as long as you're doing that, it's going to move it along the pipeline. It's going to keep things moving. It's going to show you some really cool metrics. But you got to get in there and work it. All right, I'm going to show you because he's not here, but I'm so proud of him. I'm going to show you Jeff DeLeo. And there's Jeff's metrics. And look at how Jeff DeLeo is killing it on his number of contacts a day. He's doing really well. This is his metrics that we have set up for him. And he has MLO Flow, which is his CRM he uses for the lending because he's a lender. But the lender's job, they're doing the same thing that we're supposed to be doing is the contacts made, the following up. His contacts made are both to buyers and to agents. So a lot of these are him talking to agents and then talking to a buyer. So he's able, look at 31 contacts on Friday last week. Wow. Way to go, Jeff. That's amazing. So keeping your numbers up, elevated this week, getting in there, not holding back, using the CRM every day so it gives you some really good statistic and metrics as you're moving people along the pipeline. You'll be able to see your deals in here. You'll be able to see how you're moving them along. There's so much you can do. You got leads in here. You've got marketing you can do in here. So much, guys. Just realize the importance of using a database, using a system is the only way you're going to start knowing if you're winning the game. The only way to know is if you're using some sort of system that's tracking whether or not you're winning the game every single day. Now, I showed you Eduardo Torres and how it's working for him. You see how he's been all over Facebook, those of you that follow Eduardo. You see how much he's doing on Facebook, and you're seeing how he's working things down the line. You see his new listings he has coming soon because he's working it. Work the system will work for you. Do that this week. Let's see if it changes the game for you. Sound good? All right, let's go get it, guys.